I'm gonna allow fear to hold me back from living a life that I've always wanted to live. I crave financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom. I gave up all of that so I could live comfortable, so I could sit on the couch watching other men build their foundation, live their dream. After losing 100 pounds, people always ask me, like, Sean, what got you to make that change? Like, when did you know that you couldn't keep living the way that you was living? Like, what was the spark that ignited that fuel to that fire? And the answer is simple. It's nothing that's overly complicated. I sat down and I thought to myself, like, damn, I was 21 at the time. I was 300 pounds. I was at my lowest. This was during COVID, right? I was feeling like shit, like absolute shit. I was hiding behind mirrors. I was wearing double XL clothes to hide my love handles and my man titties. It was just a bad time, man. But I got this one thought, and I said to myself, like, 50 years from now, God willing, like God forbid, or 50, 60 years from now, you're on your deathbed. And how would you feel if you continue to live life the way that you're living? And the answer was simple. I felt like, damn, what a waste of life. I'm gonna allow fear to hold me back from living a life that I've always wanted to live. I crave financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom. I love cars. I want certain cars. I want an abundance of cars. I gave up all of that so I could live comfortable, so I could sit on the couch watching other men build their foundation, live their dream, the dream life that I want to live. I'm gonna live vicariously through those men when I possess the same tools, the same blood. They eat, sleep, and shit just like me. What makes them any better? Why can't I go obtain that? When I grasped that idea, it didn't happen overnight, but that planted the seed. And now I sit back 5 years later. I'm 28 years old. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm leaps and bounds beyond the old version of Sean. And it's simply because I chose better for myself. I started saying yes to myself. You see, the problem is a lot of people can't level up in life because you're constantly saying yes to the wrong shit. You're constantly saying yes to the shit that's keeping you stuck. The vices, the food, the women, all these things that are distractions. I recommend anybody who feels stuck in life, if you really feel like you're in a spot where, like, damn, like, I don't know where to go. I don't necessarily know what to do. My man, spend time by yourself. Sit in silence, solitude. That noise, those intrusive thoughts, they get real loud when you don't have anything to pull you away from them, when you don't have anything distracting you. And then that right there will point you into the direction of the areas that you're inadequate in. It's like, all right, what am I using these vices for? Why do I always want to be in the mix? Why am I always trying to get around that shorty? You start asking yourself those questions, and then you start to figure out, yo, damn, I'm running away from the work. I'm running away from the work. I say that I want this grand life. I want this big opportunity. I want to be a creator. I want to be an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. But I understand that in order to acquire that, it comes with a certain output that's necessary. It comes with mental fortitude. It comes with doing work over a long period of time without expecting any results in return. It comes with taking L after L after L just to eventually get one W, 100 L straight to get one W, and then back to 50 L straight to get one W. That's the cycle, and you know this. So then what do? You know that this is the facts. You know what it is that you need to do in order to get to where you want to go, but you delay the process, and you delay the process with instant gratification. You delay the process with devices. You delay the process with not putting down the fork. All the things that are hurting you, bro. Start saying yes to the things that are going to put you forward. I did that in my life, changing from my very eyes. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I still live at home. You know what I'm saying? I don't have 100K in the bank. I lost my 9 to 5 not too long ago. It's a scary period in life right now. But guess what? I'm not going to do is quit. I'm going to keep picking up this fucking camera, speaking to y'all, giving y'all the word, giving y'all my message, sharing my story, because somebody can relate to me. Somebody can relate to you. You're not as corny as you think. You're not as goofy as you think. You're not as ugly as you think. If you just took pride in your appearance, if you took pride in yourself, if you kept small promises to yourself every day, life would look so different. Everybody thinks that in order to be consistent, it's like rocket science. Bruh, just start keeping your promises to yourself. Start small. Have a morning routine and just stick to that. Wake up at a certain time. Do your morning push-ups. Do your morning read. Take a cold shower in the morning. Whatever it is, whatever routine that you can get into the swing of, do that consistently over a long enough period of time. And then you start to build that confidence. Confidence isn't something that you're just born with. You build it. Yeah, some people have more confidence than others because they have people to speak, positive affirmations to them. They have people to speak and uplift them in life. People like you and I in particular didn't have nothing like that. Like, I didn't have nobody who believed in me. I didn't have anybody who would come and tell me that you're a king. You can achieve that. You can do that. I didn't have that. I had love in my life. Don't get me wrong. Like, I had a lot of people in my life who showed me love and kept me out of trouble and stuff like that. But nobody really cemented in my mind that I was him from an early age. I had to do that for myself. And I spent years on top of years on top of years wondering where I could find that. How could I build that? How do people just have that? And it's simple, bro. Build competence. Competence is doing things that you don't necessarily feel like doing. You're not in the mood for. You may be stressed out. You may be having a terrible day. But you still do it and you follow through. Doing it in those times, in combination with doing it in the times where it seems easy, when you feel like you're in a flow state, when everything is just going right, that's what builds confidence. Because day after day, I'm going to show up. I'm going to put my best foot forward, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter if I'm getting in a reward or some type of, gratification from the work that I'm putting in. I know that regardless of whatever's taking place in my external world, my internal is telling me that the actions that I take every day are correlated with the person that I want to be. And where I'm at currently is not a direct reflection of where I'm going to be. Everybody thinks that the delay is denial, when in actuality it's preparation. That's all it is, bro. If you just change your mindset and the way you look at things, it'll be that much easier to stay consistent, because the wait is the preparation. In this time where I'm not necessarily, moving as quickly as I would like to, I'm not getting the things that I would want out of life at this, rate that I would want it. But in this time, I'm finding myself. I'm finding my voice. I'm learning how to make good content. Everybody wants microwave results, but what you need to do is detach from time and let your gratification come from the work. I promise you stay consistent with doing these small things. 6 months to a year from now, you'll be living a life that's completely different. And I'll tell you that from experience. Catch you on the next one. Everything counts. Peace.